EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3 and out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Cowboys at 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. 27 yards there, a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Henry. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys put the nose. They take the dancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point and good by Aubrey. It's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Gino. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll?
Everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. These two teams all tied after one. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming up.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. Dorrance Armstrong in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the player was there to slam that window shut.
Let's see, so Michael Dixon on 4th down to pump this one away. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Prescott to throw it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run. On this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. It's a 49-yard attempt right hedge. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 14, Seahawks 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Here's Moore. He will return it. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Play action. It's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Henry again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And the busy night for Henry continues. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Henry out of the pistol. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
8th play of the drive coming, and they need 8 yards on play action now. Prescott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example to convert to win football games. It's on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
3rd and 3. On play action, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Second down and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Shoves him aside. Power breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And going right back to Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
This is 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try for the first with Walker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second down and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Trucks over him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Third down and 1. Prescott to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 53 yards. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is 1st and 10. Smith to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Smith's going to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now look at him go.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Down the sideline he goes. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. To throw is Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Micah Parsons. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And they'll go on the ground. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Throwing here, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.